Hello everyone. When the very first Leader Class Optimus Prime figure came out for Dark of the Moon, a lot of people, which was Jetwing Optimus, a lot of people were pretty surprised and upset that the previous mold's flip out blades were removed and in exchange for these more Dark of the Moon accurate forearm armor. And without that, he didn't have any blades. And that continued on into this figure, the Striker Optimus Prime. However, when the figure was released, Takara Tomy offered a very limited run, 5 pieces at Toys R Us Japan of these, which are blades, energon blades designed for Striker Optimus Prime, but in turn they can actually be held by any version of the RLTF Leader Class Optimus Prime mode, and that includes the original, the Battle Blades, Buster, even though all 3 of those have the blades, Jetwing, and of course this guy. Now, let's just focus on one for now. These look very nice, but if you really get into the big details of them, you find out that these are really just recycled blades from the very original RLTF Leader Class Optimus, because this piece is exactly the same. It's more evident on the other side, which is right here, because the way the hinge would work for the flip out gimmick is that this would flip up here and kind of lock in place, and that's leaving this mold in here, and they kind of just painted silver right over that. So this little gray piece here is more or less just a housing for the blade, and it works pretty well, but you can also see that the bit right here is rounded off, and it has a MechTech port right here. So let's go ahead and zoom out, see just how well this works. And right when this set was announced, I automatically pre-ordered it, and it just snaps in his hand. Pretty simple, but it's pretty tight. It's not going to fall out, but his Optimus's ratchet joint, his elbows are very tight. So we come up here. So you can see that it starts to wobble out. So it's not really meant for huge play. It's just really meant for posing, because it does look like it's coming out of his arm from certain angles, but some angles not so much. And of course you get 2. So you can go ahead and do that. Why is this one having a lot of trouble going in? I don't know, but that one seems to be tighter. Yeah. So this one actually stays in pretty well with the ratcheting joint. That's an extreme close-up on that blade. Pretty cool though. Yeah, I really like these blades. However, they are pretty expensive for just 2 pieces. When I got them, they were about $50 for a piece for the set, but now they're up to 60 or 70 because they're sold out, basically. That like all the runs made, and they come in a generic little plastic bag. Oh yeah, MechTech ports. It can attach to the forearm on Optimus, but I think that looks really silly. I really do prefer this way, as opposed to the flip out blades any other version had, because this way you still have the really kick-ass blades that he has in the films, but also, you can keep the kind of slim, streamlined look that he has without having the blade sticking out of his forearm and kind of hindering the posability. However, I do wish that you could actually have him holding it more like a more traditional sword like this, because in Dark the Moon, that's how he really does most of the time, like in the beginning against Driller, and in the final battle with Sentinel Prime, he really holds his sword like this, but he does have it coming out of his hand at one scene. So it's alright, I guess. And in vehicle mode, I won't show it. It will attach to the top with these two ports here that were added onto this mold. So you can... It's a little bit lame looking, but at least it's some form of storage for vehicle mode. So, yeah, this is a great addition, especially for Striker Optimus, who's already armed to the teeth, especially with his shield and with his awesome, cool mech tech gun. I guess his Striker gun, which he uses very little in the film, which is a shame because it's such a cool looking gun. But yeah, you can... This sword... Oh jeez, that sword just came right out. If you're not afraid to spend extra money though, because like I said, this set's not cheap. But I do recommend it if you have Jetwing or Striker Optimus Prime, because it really just completes the figure, finally giving him back his cool kick-ass blades that he had in the first two movies. Yeah, not a cheap set, but well worth it, like I just said. Until next time, thank you for watching.